Konya is a major city in the central Anatolia region of Turkey. It is the seventh most populous city in Turkey. As of 2014, Konya has a population of 1,174,536. Konya is an economically and industrially developed city and the capital of Konya Province. Konya was historically the capital of the Seljuk Sultanate of Rum and the Karamanids. Name Konya was known in classical antiquity and during the medieval period as Kappa Omicron Nu Iota Omicron Nu in Greek, and as Iconium in Latin. This name is commonly explained as a derivation from Epsilon Kappa Omega Nu, as an ancient Greek legend ascribed its name to the Acon, or the Gorgon's head, with which Perseus vanquished the native population before founding the city. In some historic English texts, the city's name appears as Konya Akona. History. Ancient history excavations have shown that the region was inhabited during the Late Copper Age, around 3000 BC. The city came under the influence of the Hittites around 1500 BC. These were overtaken by the Sea Peoples around 1200 BC. The Phrygians established their kingdom in central Anatolia in the 8th century BC. Xenophon describes Iconium, as the city was called, as the last city of Phrygia. The region was overwhelmed by Cimmerian invaders c. 690 BC. It was later part of the Persian Empire, until Darius III was defeated by Alexander the Great in 333 BC. Alexander's empire broke up shortly after his death and the town came under the rule of Seleucid I Nicator. During the Hellenistic period the town was ruled by the kings of Pergamon. As Attalus III, the last king of Pergamon, was about to die without an heir, he bequeathed his kingdom to the Roman Republic. During the Roman Empire, under the rule of Emperor Claudius, the city's name was changed to Claudioconium, and during the rule of Emperor Hadrianus to Colonia Aelia Hadriana. The apostles Paul and Barnabas preached in Iconium during the first missionary journey in about 4748 AD, having been persecuted in Antioch, and Paul and Silas probably visited it again during Paul's second missionary journey in about 50. The visit to the synagogue of the Jews in Iconium divided the Jewish and non-Jewish communities between those who believed Paul and Barnabas' message and those who did not believe, provoking a disturbance during which attempts were made to stone the apostles. They fled to Lystra and Derbe, cities of Lycaonia. Paul recalled this experience in his second letter to Timothy. Albert Barnes therefore suggesting that Timothy had been present with Paul in Iconium, Antioch and Lystra. In Christian legend, based on the apocryphal Acts of Paul and Thecla, Iconium was also the birthplace of Saint Thecla. During the Byzantine Empire the town was destroyed several times by Arab invaders in the 7th–9th centuries. Seljuk era. The Seljuks unsuccessfully attempted to conquer the area in the Battle of Iconium. A period of chaos overwhelmed Anatolia after the Battle of Manzikert in 1071, won by the Seljuks. The city was conquered by the Seljuk Turks in 1084. From 1097 to 1243 it was the capital of the Seljuk Sultanate of Rum. It was briefly occupied by the Crusaders Godfrey of Bouillon and Frederick Barbarossa after the Battle of Iconium. The area was retaken by the Turks. The name of the town was changed to Konya by Mesut I in 1134. Konya reached the height of its wealth and influence in the second half of the 12th century when the Seljuk Sultans of Rum also subdued the Anatolian Beyliks of their east, especially that of the Danishmends, thus establishing the rule over virtually all of eastern Anatolia, as well as acquiring several port towns along the Mediterranean and the Black Sea and even gaining a momentary foothold in Sudak, Crimea. This golden age lasted lasted until the first decades of the 13th century. Many Persians and Persianized Turks from Persia and Central Asia migrated to Anatolian cities either to flee the invading Mongols or to benefit from the opportunities for educated Muslims in a newly established kingdom. By the 1220s, the city of Konya was filled with refugees from the Khwarezmid Empire. Sultan Kig-Ubid I fortified the town and built a palace on top of the citadel. In 1228 he invited Baha'u'ddin Veld and his son Rumi, the founder of the Mevlevi order, to settle in Konya. In 1243, following the Seljuk defeat in the Battle of Kozaydag, Konya was captured by the Mongols as well. The city remained the capital of the Seljuk Sultans, vassalized to the Ilkhanate until the end of the century. In this era, Persian was the main language of people of Konya. Persian refugees fled the Mongols to Konya. One of these refugees was Persian poet Rumi. The city is still influenced by Persian culture, such as cult of dervishes and Islamic mysticism rooted in eastern Iran. Karamanid era. Following the fall of the Anatolian Seljuk Sultanate in 1307, Konya was made the capital of a Turkish beylik, which lasted until 1322, when the city was captured by the neighboring beylik of Karamanoglu. In 1420, the beylik of Karamanoglu fell to the Ottoman Empire, and, in 1453, Konya was made the provincial capital of Karamanoglu. Ottoman era. During Ottoman rule, Konya was administered by the Sultan's sons, starting with Seyzad Mustafa and Seyzad Sem, and later the future Sultan Selim II. Between 1483 and 1864, Konya was the administrative capital of Karamanoglu. During the Tanzimat period, as part of the vilayet system introduced in 1864, Konya became the seat of the larger vilayet of Konya, which replaced Karamanoglu. Turkish War of Independence. Konya had a major airbase during the Turkish War of Independence. In 1922, the Air Force was renamed as the Inspectorate of Air Forces and was headquartered in Konya. The 3rd Air Wing of the 1st Air Force Command is based at the Konya Air Base. The wing controls the 4 Boeing 737 AEW and AMP CPC Eagle aircraft of the Turkish Air Force. Republic era. Konya was a center for agriculture at the turn of the 20th century. Since the late 20th century, the economy has diversified. The Merom Highway was constructed in 1950. The first Konya National Exhibition and Fair was held in 1968. The Koyunoglu Museum was donated to the city in 1973 and it reopened in a new building. Government. The first local administration in Konya was founded in 1830. This administration was converted into a municipality in 1876. In March 1989, the municipality became a metropolitan municipality. As of that date, Konya had 3 central district municipalities and a metropolitan municipality. Geography. Konya is the center of the largest province, and is among the largest cities in the country. It is the 7th most populated city in Turkey. Climate. Konya has a cold semi-arid climate under the Köppen classification and a hot summer continental, a hot summer oceanic climate under the True Arthur classification. Summer's temperatures average 30 degrees Celsius. The highest temperature recorded in Konya was 40.6 degrees Celsius on the 30th of July 2000. Winters average -4.2 degrees Celsius. The lowest temperature recorded was -26.5 degrees Celsius on the 6th of February 1972. Due to Konya's high altitude and its dry summers, nightly temperatures in the summer months are cool. Precipitation levels are low, but precipitation can be observed throughout the year. Education. Konya hosts the Tactical Training Center Anatolian Eagle, a center for training NATO allies and friendly air forces. Real-like training environment with large area and skilled aggressors provides a training opportunity to reach the maximum combat readiness for Air Force fighters. Official website: Konya ranks among the nation's top 10 cities for the average score of high school graduates. There are various elementary and secondary schools in the province. The Meram Fen Lizizi is among Turkey's first-tier science high schools. Konya is one of the few cities to contain more than 100,000 college students. Selçuk University had the largest number of students, 76,080, of any public university in Turkey during the 2008-09 academic year. It was founded in 1975. The other public university is Necmettin Erbakan University, which was established in Konya in 2010. Private colleges in Konya include the KTO Karate University and Mevlana University. Economy: the city ranks among the Anatolian tigers. There are a number of industrial parks. In 2012, Konya's exports reached 130 countries. A number of Turkish industrial conglomerates, such as Kombasan Holding, have their headquarters in Konya, while agriculture-based industries play a role. The city's economy has evolved into a center for the manufacturing of components for the automotive industry, machinery manufacturing, agricultural tools, casting industry, plastic paint and chemical industry, construction materials, paper and packing industry, processed foods, textiles and leather industry, transportation, bus. The bus station has connections to a range of destinations, including Istanbul, Ankara and Izmir. Tram: Konya has a tramway network in the city center on which the Skoda 28T trams are being used. Railway: Konya is connected to Ankara, Eskişehir and Istanbul via the high-speed railway services of the Turkish State Railways. Airport: Konya Airport is a public airport and military airbase that is also used by NATO. In 2006, Konya Airport served 2,924 aircraft and 262,561 passengers. Notable people: Tertius of Iconium, the amanuensis who wrote down Paul the Apostle's epistle to the Romans; Sadr al-Din al-Qunawi, disciple of Ibn Arabi and an original thinker in his own right; Jalal al-Din Muhammad Rumi, also called Maulana Borki or Mevlana, was the founder of the Sufi Mevlevi order. He spent the last 50 years of his life in Konya. His tomb is located here. Orkut Buyakoktan, a software engineer who developed the social networking service Orkut, was born in 1975 in Konya. Mehmet Oz, famous television doctor appearing on U.S. television. Main sites: Mevlana Museum, formerly the Tekke of Mevlana; Al-Ridin Mosque, Minaret Medres Museum, Karate Medres Museum, Iziziya Mosque, Konya Ethnography Museum, Konya Archaeological Museum, Ataturk's House Museum, Izeko Unoglu City Museum, St. Paul's Catholic Church at Al-Ridin Hill, Seljuk Tower, the tallest building in Konya. Culture: Konya was the final home of Rumi, whose tomb is in the city. In 1273, his followers in Konya established the Mevlevi Sufi order of Islam and became known as the Whirling Dervishes. Konya has the reputation of being one of the more religiously conservative metropolitan centers in Turkey. It was once known as the Citadel of Islam, and its inhabitants are still comparatively more devout than those from other cities. paintings. Konya produced Turkish carpets that were exported to Europe during the Renaissance. These expensive, richly patterned textiles were draped over tables, beds, or chests to proclaim the wealth and status of their owners, and were often included in the contemporary oil paintings as symbols of the wealth of the painter's clients. A Turkish folk song is named Konyaalım, making reference to a loved one from Konya. The local cuisine of Konya includes dishes made of bulgur wheat and lamb meat. One of the renowned dishes of the city is etli ekmek, which is similar to lahmacun pizza. Twin towns. Konya is twinned with